Hello everyone, it's Lisa Ann from Lisa Ann Tarot. I'm doing a Lionsgate reading, twin flame reading. So a little bit about the Lionsgate. It is a portal that's open for a couple weeks, and it's at its peak on August 8th, 8/8, which is in about an hour. So the power of 8, the number 8, is associated with sacred and spiritual and divine. And the divine. It stands for rejuvenation and invigoration. So all of the signs, no matter which sign you are, will receive an extra boost of what you need in life. And it's also an equalizer. So this is all about finding balance, emotional balance. It's about a shift into a new reality. So a lot of changes coming up. Things are going to be refocused. Things that don't no longer serve you have been shed, so that things are going to be illuminated. There's a heightened intuition. So there's a lot of interesting energies that are coming about through this portal. So I wanted to do a reading to sort of see where the connection is going to be on the other side of the portal after the shift occurs, some possible future energies off of that, and then where the counterparts are in their head, heart, and physical space once the shift has taken place. So bottom of the deck for the connection, we have juggling and patience. So the overall theme is going to be sort of juggling all the changes that are coming about, the new settling into the new way of thinking, the changes that you've gone through, and the changes happening within the connection itself. So the first set of cards we have are refuge and recognition. So to me, that card pair signifies the feeling, the pull that the counterparts have for each other, the connection has together. It's the pull of seeking refuge, the feeling of home, of finding each other and being pulled towards each other. They're recognizing this connection and what it means to each one of them. We have moving on and stuck. So this pair signifies that the connection where it was stuck before is now going to start moving forward. When we shed the old emotions and old ways of thinking, it starts things turning. So there is going to be a moving on from the stuck energy. We have suspension and nostalgia. So where feelings might have been sort of hidden or sort of suppressed, we're going to have a resurgence of a nostalgic longing for those feelings to come back up, thinking back at better times and how the connection, was at a different point in time. And then we have fantasy and inner child. So the fact that this couple, the counterparts, might spend some extra time fantasizing about what they want in this connection and really digging deep into that inner child energy and bringing new life to the connection. So some possible future energies and moving forward from all of this changing and the shifting and things coming into play, we have teamwork and action. So they're going to be moving towards working together to get through the final obstacles, to really take action and really continue this forward progress and momentum. We have badass and ascending. So the badass card in the connective energy to me is that the couple are both going to be in their power, the emperor and the empress power, and will start to ascend together, level up, take this connection to a new level. We have the tradition card and big dreams. So this is about coming together in a traditional connection, traditional relationship, commitment, and really looking toward the future and big dreams and where they can take this connection. And then we have emotional bliss and new direction. So this shift that's occurring is going to restart things that might have been on sort of in a stuck position or not moving. So we're going to see a forward progress with these connections, and things really building momentum and moving forward toward union. All right, so let's look at the Divine Masculine right now. So the Divine Masculine, bottom of the deck, we have Four of Wands, which is about victory, claiming victory. And then we have the Trust card, which is the Fool's energy. So it's all about a leap of faith and claiming victory over some inner conflict and some things that sort of begin in each one of his areas. We begin with a little bit of a conflict or a little bit of leftover conflicted energies, but they all seem to play out nicely um, throughout the story. So let's take a look at where the masculine is going to be in his headspace once the shift occurs. So we do have the Eight of Swords coming out. The Eight of Swords is about being sort of in like a self-imposed imprisonment, being held captive by his own thoughts and his own fears. So in his headspace, he's still very much in his head about certain things, but we do have the Ace of Cups coming up. So he is working on his own cup of love. He's working on loving himself and unconditional love. He's stepping into his power as the King of Cups. So that's more emotionally balanced, in touch with his emotions, being kind and caring, a very stable emotional energy. And then we have the Two of Cups, which is about an offer of love. It is about coming together in a relationship. So in his headspace, he is really allowing his emotions to come up and gaining control over them. I asked to clarify this Eight of Swords energy, and I have Spread Your Wings. So the Spread Your Wings card, drop something. Is about freedom and expansion. It's about feeling restless and uncertain, being confined, but not quite fulfilled. Realizing that you want something more than what you thought you wanted. So to me, what this means with the Eight of Swords is that, he might have been in the mindset that he didn't want a commitment, didn't want a relationship. He was very much, and has been, in sort of that single energy. So the Eight of Swords right now being in his head, he's fighting his emotions are coming up about his feminine, and he's really not struggling, but sort of trying to find the balance with, with those energies and with those thoughts. So that's, as he's moving into this King of Cups energy, this is what he's struggling a little bit with on the onset. So in his heart space, where is he at? In his heart space. So we have the Ten of Wands. He is still a little burdened. We have the Death card. So death is about dropping the burdens, ending this cycle. So it is a 10, so it is the end of a cycle. And really looking towards, shedding the last bit of whatever's left over with this cycle and moving ahead with new beginnings. We have the Ace of Wands, which is about a new opportunity coming forward, a new offer. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So in his heart, he is looking for the long term. He is looking for a stable foundation, a family, traditional traditional relationship, a long-term relationship. So I asked to clarify this Ten of Wands just to see what the burden was about. And I got the Master card. So the Master card is also the Death card, I believe. Yeah. Oh, there's the Devil. The Devil's energy. So this is about letting your fears sort of lock up your heart, having a fearful heart, letting your fears sort of rule your wants and your needs and the matters of the heart. So we're going to close this sort of caged up energy. We're going to lose the fear that's sort of keeping him held down, keeping him bound. Because the opposite of a fearful heart is unconditional love. And that's what this unconditional love is going to bring forward, this new opportunity, and bring him towards this Ten of Pentacles. So in his physical space, we have the Five of Swords. So he is still a little embattled. Like I said, in his, he's sort of starting off in these little rough patches here. We have the Two of Wands, so this inner conflict is also bringing about having to make a decision, kind of weighing out both sides. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so the Knight of Pentacles is about coming forward with a solid offer, and the Ten of Cups, which is about emotional harmony and bliss and, coming together, a relationship. So I asked to clarify the Five of Swords and sort of the Two of Wands, like what is he making a decision? And I have daydreams and decisions. So this card is about sort of really daydreaming about what you want in your life and how you want to live, allowing yourself to sort of fantasize about different possibilities, and using your imagination and really weighing your options. He's sort of fantasizing, like we have the fantasy card up here, about this emotional bliss and the Ten of Pentacles and how he, what he wants to come out in the end with. And that's helping him to make this decision to fight this internal conflict. The Two of Wands is coming out of that conflict with choices. So he's really using these fantasies that he's having to help him make the decision in his physical world. So if we look at the feminine right now, her bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles, which is about an even exchange between the two of them. And we have the Four of Fire. So the Four of Fire, I can find... It's this deck very often, but I'll look this one up. The Four of Fire indicates a celebration, harmony in relationships, and a new creative phase. So she is looking for, her overall theme is about harmony and an even exchange, a good give and take between the two of them. So in her headspace, we have the Six of Wands, which is about victory. We have the Ace of Wands, which is about a new opportunity being offered, which is a match to his heart space. We have the Ten of Wands, which is being burdened, again, a match to his heart space. So this is where she's at in her head space. And then we have the King of Wands, which I believe is her masculine. So she's really thinking about him, and how he's responsible and, very logical and smart. So she's very much in the Wands energy in her headspace right now. So I asked to clarify the Ten of Wands, and I have the Three of Earth. So the Three of Earth is about a celebration. It's about a collaboration, working together. So she really wants to come together and collaborate and work as a team with her King of Wands, with her masculine. And I think up here somewhere we had teamwork coming up as well. So in her heart space, let's clarify that one. So in her heart space, she just wants justice. She wants things to be fair and balanced. And we have the Two of Swords, which is about going within and really kind of making a decision about something. You have the Four of Wands, which is about a celebration, about union. It is the union card with the two wands looking like two 11s, 11, 11. And we have the Ten of Cups, which is about emotional harmony. So this is also a match to his physical space, his Ten of Cups. So she's sort of mirroring him in her heart space right now. So to clarify this Two of Swords, what is she making a decision about? We have the Six of Air. So Six of Air is about a rite of passage. It's about coming out of troubled waters and into better times. So it's about making a transition. It's about finding balance. So she wants to find a balance within this connection and make a transition into union and into better times, into a more harmonious connection here. And then in her physical space, we have the Death card, which is a match to his heart space. So she is working on changing, losing things that no longer serve her, about raising her vibration and walking away from, maybe possibly people and things that no longer serve her or get her through to this connection. We have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about going within, is about resting and recharging and really doing some soul searching on herself at this moment. We have the Seven of Wands, which is about standing her ground. She knows what this connection is about. She knows what she wants out of this connection, and she's just not ready to give up the fight just yet in her physical space, because she too is looking for this commitment, for this long term, for this happy family, this Ten of Pentacles, which is a match to his heart space. So I asked to clarify the Seven of Wands. What is she standing her ground about? And we have the Page of Fire. So the Page of Fire energy in this case is the Page of Wands. It's about a new beginning. It's about a new opportunity coming forward, which is a match to his Ace of Wands in his heart space. So there is a lot of mirroring going on. They do want the same things. And they are working towards, coming together. A lot of the cards are pointing at union, are pointing at coming together, a long-term committed relationship, harmonious emotions. So, they're both sort of working together. So the shift is going to bring them into better alignment between the two of them. So let's get a couple cards of guidance. What is a good message? What is a message that Spirit wants the connection to know? What does the connection have to accomplish with this shift? And we have self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. So a big lesson between this couple is before they can come together, they have to really be able to go at it alone. Separation was necessary. Doing their work on their own is necessary. Learning how to let go and surrender and let things sort of take its course on its own. Being self-reliant on both sides, the masculine and the feminine. Being able to go it alone is one of their biggest lessons. So with this shift, this is what they're going to learn, this last and final lesson of being able to be self-reliant. A message for the masculine from Spirit. Choices. Make the best choices. So the masculine has some issues with making decisions. He's been embattled with an inner conflict for quite some time. He's been a lot in his head, fighting his head over his heart, fighting to balance his emotions. So one of his biggest lessons through this shift is to be able to make the best choices for himself, to be able to trust himself and trust his intuition, trust that he's making the right choices. And a message to the feminine. What is she going to learn? One of her biggest lessons coming through this shift is potential. Think big for your future. So she is learning how to manifest. She is learning how to not cut herself short and to be able to make the big decisions on her own, because she is learning to be self-reliant. And go big or go home, type of thing. So this is a big lesson for the feminines at this time. So message from Spirit to the couple. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So that is a message. Don't rush things. Don't rush things to a conclusion. Allow everything to happen as it should, because they both want the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. They both have it in their end space here. So getting to that point, there's a lot of things that need to fall into place. So allow things to happen naturally. And then a message to the masculine from the feminine. A new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So the feminine wants the masculine to know not to be afraid of new beginnings, not to be afraid to allow these changes, this shift to take place. Where he had his heart locked up before, allow himself to open that up and get past his past hurts, and to be able to embrace what he truly wants, and that is this Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And then the message to the feminine from the masculine, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So he knows that the feminine has been holding space, that she is his light, that he, she is his refuge. She is what he recognizes as home. And where he wasn't able to express that before. Once he steps into his King of Cups energy, he will be able to come forth with that. So that is our reading. This shift is going to be major for the collective. There's going to be a wave of unions. There's going to be a lot of people coming out of separation. It's just like the big old wheel is just going to start to turn. And as long as you keep yourself in alignment and keep yourself balanced, um, you know, just like the teeth of a zipper, if you hold your place and your masculine is doing his work, you will start to fit the pieces together and come together in, you know, as the zipper goes up. So keep going with the flow through the portal. Keep your positive thoughts going. And really believe that it's here, that it's happening, that this is real. There's no room for negativity right now. There's no room for giving up. We're almost at the finish line. So really keep your thoughts positive and keep pushing forward. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.